Denise, guess what?
What, Abby?
We got chismes.
Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of We Got Chisme. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. My name is Denise. And here we have. What's your name, dude?
I mean,
Forgot your name?
Xavier. By now, you guys know my name already. So, yeah, Xavier for those new viewers at your service. Not
Yeah,
to make money because I'm broke.
most com most commonly known as Sabecito.
That's it.
Yeah, Sabecito el más bonito. That's how you gotta say it. Completely. Okay, so today's episode, it's gonna be a very interesting one, technically. It's gonna be about trust, like trust issues, like some of these people either cannot trust someone in their life because of certain situations. So you will see and you will judge if you will be able, to trust these people if you were in their shoes. Sometimes it's hard, as you know, sometimes some people cross some boundaries and you're just like, I don't know if I can trust you again.
Mm-hmm. That's
Mhm.
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
correct. I
That
don't know
sounds
if you can
very
hear that.
interesting. ¿Qué pasó?
Who's saying, I don't know if you can hear that, but that was my dog shaking.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to go out on the balcony, and since it's raining, he gets some like water and then he's like cleaning himself, like drying himself up.
That's cute. That's cute.
Okay, so story number one, it comes from Am I the Asshole subreddit.
Mm.
And the title is Am I the Asshole for not forgiving my husband for a mistake and not trusting him with our child? So it says, I, 24 female, gave birth to my daughter 6 months ago, and it should have been the happiest moment in my life. When my daughter was born, her skin was very dark and looked like she could have two biological parents who were African American. My husband, Jim, 26 male, fake name, was furious and accused me of cheating and left right then and there. He told everyone on both sides of the family what happened, made posts on social media, and wanted a divorce. His family and a lot of our friends all called to say how upset they were at me and called me really nasty names. My mother was by my side the entire time and kept professing my innocence. Jim refused to pick me up from the hospital, threw my stuff out on the lawn, and changed the locks. So I had to stay with my parents. When my sister called to ask for the baby stuff, Jim texted me pictures of the bare nursery room and said he got rid of everything. He even destroyed my art studio. I like to paint, and the art I made. Wow, I'm sorry. He even destroyed my art studio. I like to paint, and the art I made, and told me my work would be too awful to sell. I was distraught and tried to focus on my baby. Weeks went by, and Jim refused to speak to me directly and has never once asked about a child. Eventually, he agreed to do a paternity test, and he was 100% the father. No one could believe the results, and it was done again. Jim is the dad. Around the same time, one of Jim's cousins did the ancestry thing, and there was around 30% of African ancestry in the family. This combined with the test Jim's paternal great-grandmother admitted to having an affair around the time Jim's grandfather was born, and was because he could pass. And because he could pass, she just assumed her husband was the father. The father. That's funny. Wow, grandma.
Hey.
Since then, Jim has been reaching out and everyone has come to apologize. And while it feels good to be vindicated, the damage has been done. I cannot unhear or unsee all the horrible things that were said and done. Not just to me, but to my child as well. Jim made some very racist remarks, things that I thought he'd never say, and he did it so easily. Regardless of what our daughter looks like, I don't want her to be around that. What else will Jim and his family say or do the next time they get mad? How are they going to treat our daughter when she does something that upsets him? Jim has been begging for forgiveness. I said I needed time. He asked to see the baby and I let him, but I'm too afraid to physically hand her to him. He is repairing the nursery and keeps asking me what will I like, and I cry every time saying we already had what I like. And some of the items that we had cannot be replaced. He asked if I still love him, and I admitted that he showed me his worst self, and I don't know if I could live with that image. I didn't mean to be hurtful, but it's how I feel. My sister suggested couples therapy, and I don't feel like I should have to work to fix something that I did not break. I never cheated, and I've been 100% innocent in all of this the whole time. Am I the asshole for not wanting to give Jim a second chance? Is she the asshole for not giving him a second chance? Would you
See,
give him a second chance?
well, he kind of overreacted at the beginning, you know, but you would, you in his shoes will be the same. But of course, you ask for a paternity test right there at the spot. I guess they didn't do that right there.
I don't understand what you're saying.
They
Like, I
did.
don't understand your theory or what you're saying.
So pretty much that he would have requested like a paternity test right there when the baby was born,
Just to prove to him.
just to prove to him that
But
he. I don't
he's
know why they wait for such a long time
because
to
of
do such
him.
a thing. I know, but that's not the point. It's like it's your child. Like if you want to get like a reassurance, there you go. And also, I met a friend, well, not a friend. I have a classmate in high school back in the island, not here. That he was in my class. You know, he was like a very dark skin per se. Not really dark skin, but like dark skin. But
Hmm.
his brother was like pale, like me.
Oh, okay.
And they were both from the same parents. Um, you know, the parents were
Yeah.
uh all like the same color of my the person that was with me, like like a light dark color. And they have issues. They have the same issue. Like they have this one, so they blame the mom that hey, you cheated on me. This is that boy baby, or stuff
Hmm.
like that. And look at us. So it happens the same thing. They have previous family members that they were very light skinned before, and it wasn't like it's gonna be could be genetic, and that goes around. It could be a slight chance, but it's completely possible. But in his defense, I feel sorry for him because he probably thought like his world was coming to an end. Like, the person that you are ignoring and wanted to have a baby with, it's suddenly cheating on you. The way that he react though is not forgivable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't destroy and throw everything to the garbage and provide like of those offensive messages that he did to the mom, especially his wife.
The person he love.
Yeah. So it's like a 50-50 on this case. It's understandable if she doesn't want to go back with him, but at the same time, it's like she's frightening because now she is not looking after herself or after her little baby, and she wants the best for her. But it's like, no, it is really a trust issue. It's hard to come back from that. It's
Yeah.
really
Sorry if you can hear Moth walking around.
no, I cannot. But it's like I say, it's 50-50. Um, it could
Yeah.
be work out. He could be the best dad ever. He could be even better partner that he was before after they
I
got
would
married.
say he can be the best dad from far away. Like far away from me. Like he could have a relationship with the daughter, maybe, and but at the minute that he breaks, because okay, what I will say is he broke your trust, for you, like he broke your relationship with him, but his relationship with his daughter is just starting, and you might be able to give him a second chance for the so if you do that, then you never know. Maybe I know you'll be risking a lot, but they say that since kids are very little, sometimes they don't remember if something bad happens in the first few years. So if that happens, if he breaks your trust or he, says something bad about the baby, then you're like, okay, you're done. And you ask for full like custody. But for now, I think what he did was, like you said, unforgivable. It was horrible. He should not have done that at all.
Hmm.
He was really extremely mean and he broke all those things. He threw her things on the lawn and he destroyed the nursery.
I know it's hardcore,
It
but
is. It's
again,
very hard. And
when you
instead of, okay, I get it, you're mad, but then just walk away and then ask for a paternity test. But he didn't. Like she says, eventually he agreed to do a paternity test, which means that basically she had to ask him to do a paternity test. It did not come from him. Like he did not want it to do it at the beginning. He was refusing that was his daughter. I don't know, like you say, I also had a friend in like a childhood friend back in Ecuador, and it was very interesting the genetics because I think it was two sisters, and each sister had three kids. And two of the kids were dark skinned, and one of them was very light skinned. Like very light skin, blonde hair and everything. And it was very interesting. Like I said, the sisters were dark skinned. They each had three kids. Two of them were dark, and the one of them was white. And you were like, wow. It's very, very interesting. But the faces are exactly the same. They had the same features. They look very alike. It was just the color of the skin. So you never know because you have an ancestor like that. So
no, gotcha.
yeah,
But again, what pains here is the way that,
he acted.
yeah, it was not the proper way. But again, he, like it was a big shock for him, even though he didn't have all the facts first before he went and do all that. Because,
Yeah.
you get all your check mark and stuff like that. Because honestly, when you are like, when, baby change color when they born, some babies, my hair was like really, 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 really curly, like extremely curly.
I still see it curly.
No, no, no. This is great.
Okay.
Compared to what I have, it was very crispy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it changed through the years. Unfortunately, I becoming whiter. I was more dark when I was a baby. Because I grow older, I become even whiter, which is a
Always be
disappointment.
pink, so can't say anything.
Exactly. So it's like, it's when they got born right there on the spot, it's too quick to tell. I also have a friend that she is married with she's like my color, like, and her husband is a little bit dark skin, and the baby came out white. So everybody was like, what happened there? But as the kids continue growing, the baby has been getting a mix between the two colors,
Hmm.
you know? And the kid looks just like his dad. So it's undeniable that he is the father. But, situation is sad the way that people,
The way that he acted was very sad.
it was not sad. It was very disappointing
Yeah,
and
exactly.
depressing.
So
That's what I say, like 50-50
50-50. Okay. Well,
for me.
I think that majority of the comments, I mean, the verdict was you're not the asshole. Like the top comment says, not the asshole. Now it's up to you if you want to try it and get couples therapy. However, you must think, yes, people do things wild out of anger, but he showed you that side is that type of bad side. Oh, I'm sorry, he showed you that side. Is that the type of bad side you want in a partner, or do you want someone more mellow? Your worries are valid, and you need to think hard on each worry, okay? If I wish you luck, I truly do, and I hope whichever you choose goes smoothly and happily. Yeah, everybody's saying like he treated you, even if you had cheated, he treated you inhumanely. He could have been a better person, but he wasn't. You don't need to forgive that. He has shown you how he reacts to that crisis and how vindictive it is. I will steer clear if you can. But yeah, everybody's telling her like protect your child, protect your daughter.
Uh, eh,
I don't know. We're not parents, so I don't know if I don't know. Like at least me personally, I'm not a mom, so I don't know if I can talk like that. But me, just me, I will say no. And if it was me and my dog in that situation, I will say you're not coming anywhere near my dog. Because if you behave like that when you're angry, are you gonna kick my dog? So no, that will be me personally. So I'm guessing that's a place where she's coming from.
I guess so, but again, to each own. If he wouldn't react in that way and he wouldn't destroying the nursery, dispose her pictures, and put in those offensive messages, maybe things would be way different. But we
Exactly.
cannot go back in the past, and the only thing that we can do is just
So
proceed.
what would you say? Asshole or no say asshole? Or you're still 50-50? Like the question is, am I the asshole for not wanting to give Jim a second chance?
You 75% not the asshole.
Okay. I will say I'm
Yeah,
the asshole completely.
I
Um,
know, but you
that's okay. No,
you
it's
see
okay
in
to
it for a
ask.
for a girl perspective. I'm seeing it
Right.
from a guy
I get
perspective.
it.
You
Yes.
know,
This is
it
why it's
just
good. We have different perspective, man and the girl.
yeah, because
And
you guys, especially you really hard to forgive.
I,
Yeah, to forgive others.
I am. I know.
I know. So this woman is like, you do something to me like you did to me. I'm like,
Well, I used to be more like that. I am a little bit better with that lately. Plus, I don't have that type of people in my life anymore, so it worked out. I have a small circle that actually is worth to have as friends. So
that's true. The smaller the circle, the better. All right. So since we get to the conclusion that on my end, she's 75% not the asshole, and for you, she's completely not the asshole. Let's move on to story number two, that I'm guessing we're gonna have more crazy parents like this.
wait, we
Oh, there is
have
more? A what?
an update.
Ay, Dios mío, dale.
Update number one.
Number one.
One.
Okay.
I stepped away for a few hours and I couldn't believe what I came back to. I am truly amazed by all the wonderful comments of support, as well as the private messages. I also understand why some people may think this is a fake. And all I can say is that you're free to believe what you want in this. I also see some questions, and I think I should clarify a few things just in case your judgment may change. Number one, all of this initially happened at the end, no, I'm sorry, at the near February, and I was already settled at my parents' house before the pandemic hit. One of the reasons Jim wouldn't pick me up from the hospital was because I will not admit to cheating or give him any details because there were not any, which made him angry. Based on the pictures Jim sent me, he didn't take a sledgehammer to the crib or anything. He just took stuff down to either return it for the money or give it away. While deeply hurtful, I wouldn't call it violent, but maybe it is. Okay. Online, number four, online he announced that I pushed out a dark-skinned baby. I was going to divorce me. His family started with the racial comments, and eventually he started doing it too, but only through my family. He refused to speak to me directly. Number 5, once the truth came out, everything he and his family posts were all taken down, but I and a few friends still have the screenshots. Jim never wrote down his racial remarks. Number 6, while he didn't say any of the racist words, he did make comments about our daughter being a welfare princess and how I was going to be just another baby mama. Number 7, just to clarify, Jim is white and I am at least half white. One of my parents is adopted, and with everything that's happened, they decided to do the ancestry thing too, and we should get in the results any day now. And then update 3 or 2, actually. It says, thank you for all of your words of encouragement a couple of months back, both in the post and in the DMs. A lot of things have happened since my initial post, and I just needed time to process it and be in a place where I can write about on social media. So here
Oh,
it goes. First, my parent who was adopted did the Ancestry 23 thing, and it turns out that Jim was not the only one who had African ancestry. My parent had at least 45%, which means I have at least 20%. I am legally separated from my husband with primary custody, and I am living with my parents until further notice. He still keeps apologizing and wants me to come back to the house. He even offered to leave so I could stay with our daughter, but I don't want to. I really like having the support of my parents. My dad is retired, so he does a lot of the babysitting while my mom and I work remotely.
oh, and they even home.
That works, yeah. I do
Mhm.
go to the house every so often so Jim can see his daughter and for couples counseling via telecom. In one of the sessions, Jim confessed something really hurtful, and some of you guessed right. He was fucking projecting. He cheated. He cheated. It was while we were dating before he proposed, and his treatment towards me was a projection. How did I not think of this? Oh my God, I'm usually very good at this. Oh my God.
Maybe
I'm
the way
sorry.
that she wrote the story, since she omit a lot of details out and making sense like he went in a wrong page. But proceed.
Okay. It was with an ex-girlfriend who had cheated on him, and he hooked up with her as an ego boost. He started to feel guilty, but was too scared that I would walk away if he ever confessed. Jim also admitted that he was scared when I got pregnant. Our baby was not planned, was very anxious about being a father, but just pretended to be excited because he didn't want to look like an asshole. My husband was so willing to believe that our daughter wasn't his because he thought he had an out. Now that he knows that our child is his and has spent time with her, Jim regrets everything and just wants his family back and is willing to spend the rest of his life making it up to us. This was all deeply hurtful, and I've cried about it more than once. Jim has been lying to me, and my ability to trust him has not improved at all. When the holidays came around, Jim's parents asked about seeing their grandchild, and I did not want to. They told me that it was selfish for me to keep her away, and I reminded them of their past. They say that they have already apologized and tried to minimize the situation. They say that I can't be angry forever and that I need to learn to forgive them. I am so ashamed of ever loving and marrying into this family and wonder why I didn't see this before. I have decided to contact a lawyer and will be filing for divorce after my daughter's first birthday.
She wait a whole year for that.
She tried couples counseling. But again, the asshole, the jerk, the idiot. He was projecting. He fucking cheated and he thought he had it out because he didn't really want to be a father. Does that change your perspective of 75-25? I'm just asking. You don't have to change it. I'm just asking.
Not the cheating part, but the other part, it was like,
What
why,
other word?
why? You said that he was projecting that part.
He
Like,
was projecting the cheating.
it's
Like
us.
because he cheated before, he thought that she cheated on him as well.
Mm,
Because
sorry.
it's something that people do, which is why I was like, I can't believe I didn't think of this because I've read so many books And there's a lot of in these books that they say that when someone cheats, like they also think that the other person is all the time doing something suspicious or cheating on them because they have that in their mind. Like, let's say he cheated, but he didn't say anything. He acted normal. And then she's acting normal. And one day she comes late at home and he's like, are you cheating on me? You came late today.
Okay,
You
that's
know, something like
disturbing.
that. This still happens.
That's disturbing. Okay, then I changed my mind. Then
You don't
she
have to. You don't
she
have
no, because then it's so many stuff going on. Like going, it's like, dude, you did bad. Like, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt because she said, like, he didn't went in a rampage like she stated first, but now that this new evidence come to light, that's a completely different tale.
Yep.
Yeah, so sorry, dude, you fucked that up. No, you dig your own grave before everything start. Literally before everything start.
He really did.
And then the other part, like, he thought he had an owl.
Yeah, because he was afraid of being a father.
Okay, fucked up. Nope.
That just added like another 100% for me. And my God, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm gonna try to comment and link this. So this has been, I'm guessing this has been years ago. Let me check
Yeah, but
because
say
if we
like she
say
was in the
pandemic,
pandemic.
this was 5 years ago. So I really hope you're very happy right now that you have someone who actually, loves you and respects you. And even if you don't, that you're very happy in your own, because you always have to be happy in your own first. So really hope so.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay, that's it, I guess. Let's go to
Okay.
the story. We talked so much about this, but
So
so
let's hit story number two, I believe.
so this I think all these stories come from Am I the Asshole, okay? But this one comes from like AITAH, which is another subreddit for Am I the Asshole?
How many? I will not even ask because you have already given like five different derivatives from the
They're
whole.
very different. They're AITA, AITAH. There's the actual spelling of Am I the Asshole? There are many of them. Well, this is one of them. So
Okay.
this one says, am I the asshole for being snarky when I wish my mom good luck getting me to ever trust her again? So I am 16, male, in therapy. My mom originally put me in therapy when I was 9, and she had just married my stepdad. I was not exactly on board, like she wanted me to be, and I was not open to getting close to him. So she said I needed therapy because I could not let my dad's death stop me from embracing the new people in my life, or the chance that someone else might become a dad to me. Therapy worked for some stuff. I was keeping my stepdad at a distance because I did not want to act like I was letting someone to be my dad again. But therapy helped me see we could have a relationship and he didn't have to be another dad. So it wasn't what my mom was looking for, but it still meant some progress. I went for like a year back then. I have an okay relationship with my dad, even though I'm so sorry. I have an okay relationship with my stepdad, even though I was more open to a relationship with him. He pushed sometimes to be my dad, not my stepdad. Like when I was 11 and for school, we had to do a project on our dads. He was trying to get me to do it on him. He actually took the assignment paper and brought it home and brought out answers for me. And he was pissed off and upset when I told him I already started in school and answered with stuff about my dad. Then another time, he got this really huge promotion at work and took us all out to celebrate. It was the 5th anniversary of my dad's death, and it was not like the best day for me because of that. And he said he hadn't expected me to be sad anymore when I had him. I told him it wasn't like he made up for my dad being dead. I could tell he didn't like that. And he said not everyone gets to that. It's stuff like that where I don't think he gets it. And I feel like he expected to be my dad and not just my new one. but to essentially take over totally when I'm not supposed to miss my dad because of him and stuff. A few months ago, mom told me that she had noticed I was giving my stepdad a hard time and he was not feeling appreciated for being the dad who stepped up. She told me I needed to go back to therapy. My therapist wanted me to journal, but I found it weird. So she set me up with an app on my phone and laptop where I could write notes about stuff and not journal. But she called it journaling. She asked me to mention it to my mom and to let her and my stepdad know that it was private and they should not read it. I used it more than I thought I would. But last week, my mom took my phone and laptop, and she and my stepdad looked through the notes I made for therapy. Then he got pissed about it because he did not like my feelings on him or the way I saw our relationship. My mom lectured me for 3 days about it, and we fought. The other day, the the other day, I don't understand. The other day, then I got snarky with her. Well,
Hmm.
the other day I got snarky with her and told her good luck getting me to trust her again because I will not. After she took my phone and laptop to look at those notes, she argued that I had no right to feel that way, and I said they were private and not for her to read. I told her she's a bad mom and she's putting her husband before me and disprove it. My grandpa, who lives with us, stepped in and he's trying to mediate. But my mom is angry and I said I don't trust her and she did not like my snark. What do we think? Is she the asshole for telling that to her mom that she will not trust her again because of that? Good luck getting my trust back, mom.
Isn't she 16?
Hmm?
Isn't he 16?
Didn't he told her this was private? My therapist said it was private.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. But like, still, 16, right?
60. Hmm.
Even though it's private and the therapist saw he was private, um, what will you do with a kid in your house? You don't know what the heck is going on with through his mind, and it's very mood swinging, and you having issues with it, and it's not accepting anything, even though it's been already in therapy for 6 years. It doesn't see much progress with the behavior between him and the new stepdad. Is like, you know.
Yeah,
So, what will you do? Will you go the route of the mother, like to try to figure out what the heck is going on with his child, what he's doing? He's on drugs, he's doing this, he's doing that. What will you do in that instance?
he's on therapy. And the only reason that he's on therapy is because he's not the stepdad is not feeling welcome in the family, which they have a good relationship otherwise. The only moment they don't have one, and when he's trying to be a dad full time, at least from what the kid is saying, from what he's saying, we don't know if it's true because there's not the mom perspective, but from what he's saying, he's accepted him as a new person in his life, not as a full-time dad that replaced the dad that he died, which makes total sense.
That's fine, but like if his father already expired, that's fine. He doesn't have to see him as a putting it like in an example. That's completely okay. You don't have to accept him or call him that or nothing like that. You
Exactly.
know, but again, this is we're talking about a teenager. I have a childhood friend that during her teen years were horrible towards her. The people who raised her were her grandparents.
Mm,
Um, her father is still around, but was not able to sustain her. You see that here and there, so the grandparent raised her. That girl make those two old couple hell
yeah.
through their teen years. One of the times what she did, she found the safe and she was stealing money from their safe. She took out quite a lot of money that was from their savings.
Oh my God.
Of course, they have it in the house because it was in the yard.
Yeah.
Not trust the bank. Um, Another thing is like she was having constantly getting in issues and stuff like that. But Again, it's because the grandparents were raising her, they were trying to raising her the best they could, but the kid was just not, that was not in her mentality. That was not in her common sense at all. So maybe something like that is happening to this kid. You know, it doesn't matter how great, how good parents you are. Sometimes when they are in the rebellious days or years, it's not much that you can do about it. Look at this guy. He's been in therapy since 6 years ago and still portraying this type of feelings where he make himself the victim. Because you told me, if you don't know what's going on with the kid, wouldn't you read it? Wouldn't you be tempted to read that thing from his kid?
I might be tempted to read it, but I will not yell at him for his feelings.
Oh no, that definitely not. You cannot.
I will not
It's
tell
like
him
you read it, but you don't say nothing.
because what she said that I did not like, my point was she argued that I had no right to feel that way. I'm like, nobody has to tell you how to feel. Nobody can tell you you cannot feel this way. You know,
Yeah,
everyone's entitled to their own feelings, and if you're denying that, you're making the child a harm because they cannot express their feelings comfortably around you.
yeah. And maybe instead of he is sometimes we grown ups, we see things from the wrong way and we don't remember that once we were that age. And we want these kids growing up to become like us, like we are currently are. So what she's not thinking is like she's not validating his feeling first. I think the kid is in therapy not because of his new stepdad, but because of her.
Maybe. Who knows?
Because
I don't know.
this is the vibe it's giving me, as per the kid's
I think you're
information
being the,
provided.
I think today you're how do they say? I think they say the devil's advocate. You're seeing both sides and you're trying to understand both sides. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I am here thinking, fuck the mom, fuck the stepdad. They are mean. They should not have done that to you. They have no right to do that to you.
Again, it's a kid.
Exactly. And I don't know. It bothers me. But let's read some comments.
Yeah,
The first comment says she's untrustworthy, and when she did was a gross violation. Put
yeah.
locks on your devices. Also, stop going to that therapist. I get the feeling she's feeding what you say to her back to your parents. I mean, he's a minor, so. But
They
then
have to.
the OP says, I can't choose my therapist or choose to stop going. It was my mom's decision in the first place. And then someone else comments, please tell your therapist that your mom and stepdad took your phone and laptop to have access to your journal. Then explain how you're being punished and emotionally punished because mom and stepdad did not like what you wrote, which is true. They even say, no one gets to dictate your feelings about other people. Your
That's
mom is
true.
wrong and cruel.
Yeah, she cannot control him to on the feelings, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if they take his laptop, his computer, his phone, and they can review whatever the heck they like. Because well, guess what? He's a
We pay
minor.
for them.
Not
That's
well,
what I
that
was told when I was a teenager. We pay for your things so we can look at it whenever we want.
not in that aspect, loca, pero you know, it's more in the aspect like you're a minor, so while you live under my roof, it's my rules, and I need to know whatever happens to here. Eso es lo que me decían a mí antes.
Okay?
That's what they used to tell me before.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. That was a good kid.
Exactly. But the thing is, it's okay if they read it because they want to know if you're okay, if you have like suicidal thoughts, something like that, you know? They gotta know that. If you're on drugs, like you say. And that's okay. It's just the fact that they yell at him for writing those things, you know?
Yeah.
That's the issue. But okay, I don't think he's the asshole for saying that. Even mom, I think mom needs to go to therapy, or even better, they should go to family counseling together to try to work this dynamic out. Because they're trying to make the kid understand their new situation, but they are not trying to understand the kid's situation. So, I don't know. I think they should do that. Family counseling, please try. If you
With
listen
the
to this,
same, with
I
the
don't know
same,
how long ago. It was
with
200
the,
days ago.
with the same therapist, please. Almost a year ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, with the same
Come on.
therapist. So that way she's aware of everything and she can
Mhm.
relate with everything. But in this case, um, I will save that comment. Sorry.
What?
I will save my comment.
Why?
It doesn't sound right when I thought it and said it out loud. It's gonna sound worse, so I will save it.
Mm, I'm curious now, though.
Okay. The curiosity will eat you up, but I will not say it.
That's mean.
Sorry. Sorry.
Anyway, story number 3 comes from the subreddit, the same one. Am I the asshole? AITAH. And the title is, Am I the asshole for telling my husband I no longer trust him? I, 32 female, and my husband, 41 male, have been married for 5 years. My husband has not really given me a reason not to trust him since we have been married, although he cheated prior to our marriage. Last night, my husband fell asleep around 9:30 p.m. after discussing our 3-year-old schooling. I, however, did not fall asleep until 11 p.m. I was then awakened at 2:30 a.m. by banging on the front door. I woke up afraid and turned over to touch my husband to see if he heard the sound, but he was not there. I went downstairs because I thought it was a lot later than 2:30 a.m. and my husband might have forgotten his keys before heading to work. As I opened the door, my husband is staring at me, telling me my phone is dead and he has been trying to call me. I was expecting him to tell me he's late for work and needs to get something. Instead, he said, "A girl invited me to a party and he forgot his keys." Like the husband. The husband told her, "A girl invited me to a party and he forgot his keys." I had literally just woken up and was confused, so he went upstairs. I lay in my bed, confused as to what just happened. I convinced myself I'm just overthinking the situation. I also convinced myself that if my husband came and had sex with me, it would mean he didn't have sex with the person who invited him out, as he usually gets horny when he drinks. My husband then initiates sex with me and it calmed my first a little, like my fears a little. My husband then proceeds to fall asleep while I laid in bed, uneasy about the situation. I kept telling myself, "Go to sleep, you're overthinking this. He didn't cheat. He told you where he was, he could have lied." But on the other side, I'm thinking, is this the first time he has left the house in the middle of the night? He could have taken his keys and I would have never known that he left. What if the girl that invited him out did not want to have sex with him, so he came home and had sex with me? After all these intrusive thoughts, I grab his phone to make sure I'm not overreacting. However, he changed his passcode to his phone, which made me even more uneasy. I then walked him and confronted him. He then showed me the party invitation and it was sent a while ago and that he forgotten to mention it. He also told me that he did not think I would react this way. After some back and forth, I told him I do not trust him anymore. I had to tell him to put himself in my shoes. And if I went out with a guy who invited me to a party and left in the middle of the night and not told him, how would he feel? After that, I finally got an apology, but I told him I do not accept it. So, is she the asshole for telling her husband she does not trust him anymore?
What's with you in these stories today?
I told you, trust. I told you this was about trust issues.
No, these are pity people.
These are what?
Pity people.
Pity people. Pity? What is pity?
Petty?
Oh, No, that's not true. Many people are people that like se vengan de alguien más. I don't know how to say it. Like
I
they
know, but
revenge over that.
I understand what you're saying, but it's like they're crucifying every single person that make a single mistake here, like that.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's not even, and I'm not even talking about the mistake for him. Well, his only mistake was not telling his wife, and of course he did wrong leaving the house at the middle of the night. Like, who the heck does that? That's like,
Okay. She went to
the,
bed 11 p.m. Okay.
yeah, exactly. That's like a huge red flag. That I completely get it. But he was honest at the end of the day. Her like, oh, I went to this party, blah 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 blah,
He was drunk.
and drunk too. So, you know, I understand that she have those trust issue, but girl, make do a little digging. It doesn't matter whatever he does, whatever he was. Even could his best friend could be her there. Even her best friend could be in the party too. She would still react in the same way because on her brain is like, okay, I was not there. I was not looking at him. He couldn't done that like in any second now. Whatever he liked, you know. But my point is, it's to people instead of like working things out, it's like, okay, I don't trust you. Bye, bitch. That's my point. And after this little thing that happens again, which I don't agree the way that he sneak out of the house, forget his keys, and then come back drunk and do all this, is sad. Pero it's not a reason to tell him like, I'm never gonna trust you again. You
Okay.
have broke my heart and my
I mean,
soul.
you did say let's do a little digging. Okay, let's hold on to that and read the update.
Okay, let's do more digging. Let's say because and what is with these people in these stories today? They don't tell all the details in the stories. But let's dig in on the updates, please.
So I have spoken to the woman about the party, and everything he said line up with what she said.
Okay.
So I do believe what she said. However, still uneasy with the fact he left so late without telling me. Sorry
Mhm.
to disappoint everyone. We're not getting a divorce, but planning to do marriage counseling and finding a way to build back trust. Also, someone asked if I was asleep that hard. The answer is yes. I have twin 10-month-old and a 4-year-old. This week has been hell because my 4-year-old got sick, and then 2 days later, one of the things got sick. And wouldn't you believe my other twin got sick 2 days later? Guess what? I have not slept properly in days. Thank you for all your support, and I really truly appreciate it. And although this day has been and still is a roller coaster of emotions, I'm still planning on getting my stuff together just in case I gotta run. But she's doing
Back
couple counseling.
back to square one. But now I'm against the dude.
But she's doing marriage counseling.
No, 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 that's fine. But now I'm against the dude.
You're against the dude?
Yeah, the guy, because you
Why?
left your house in the middle of the night while your kids are sick and your wife is knocked out, leaving the wife with how many twins?
Too. Like
Oh,
I said, of twins, so.
oh, okay, okay, twins. And like
And a
to go and
4-year-old.
partying? Mm-mm. Nope, nope. If anything, he should stay home and she shouldn't go to that party.
Wow, very interesting that this is what brought you back to that. At the beginning, I was like, oh, this guy, he's lying. Why do you change your phone passcode if you're not hiding anything? I That would be very suspicious of me. But again, I will try couples counseling because again, she talked about the good girl, everything lined up. It's still very suspicious that he remembered about the party at midnight and left. And but
Who's a
everything
party?
lined up. Okay. So I was like, okay, maybe what if he just went to bed at 9:30 and then he took like a power nap and then he woke up and he saw the messages like, where are you? And then he was like, oh my God, I forgot about the party. And then he ran, it was like a few blocks away. And he ran and he went to the party and he did la 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 hi, whatever. And then he came back 2 hours later home. he just forgot his keys. And I was like, okay, maybe he just went to say hi. He went to talk to a couple of friends. I came back, whatever. You know, I would have thought it that way. But you changing your password on top of that, I would be like, I don't know about that. Like if it will be different incidents, like you change the password, not a big deal, but everything together, it makes me suspicious. I don't know. So
I
I,
know, I know, I know.
I do support her having all her papers in line just in case she needs to divorce, but trying to work it. Because you always have to have a plan B. You never know.
Yeah, but again, it's just like they say, the crime scene looks very against him per se, even though the evidence it's there, but it's just even though you have the evidence, still look very incriminatory.
Yeah.
Ya, no tiene salvación este tipo, está jodido.
Well, let's see what couple counselors do.
Good luck with that.
But the fact that, okay, again, also that he had energy after a whole week of kids being sick means that he probably did not help his wife.
That's my point.
He probably did not help her to take care of the kids for him to be
Yes.
able to have energy to go
Because,
out.
listen, I'm not a father yet. Well, of a dog that it's crying because want to go outside, apparently. But why will you leave your house, your exhausted wife, and your twins to
And your
go in the
4-year-old.
middle of the night to go to a party and then come back 2 hours and a half after, drunk in 2 hours? And then, it's not in his favor. And
Mhm.
he honestly didn't thought that through for what I see. So, like I say, the crime scene looks very against his favor because it's like all the perspective there, like to be like you were doing something naughty.
Okay, so girl, no, you're not the asshole. Por
Mm-mm.
tanto, you don't trust
You're
him.
good. You shouldn't divorce him.
I don't know. I think she wants to fight for her marriage. She's trying. Let's see what happens.
You told me that you're gonna have two sick baby back to back. You dead in bed of tiredness, of course, death of tiredness. And that your boo will leave the house and wake you up in the middle of the night to tell you he forgot the key because he's coming from a party after the hell of a week that you just had without providing you any help.
I'll
Do
be
you think you
pissed.
do you think you still want to fight for that?
I'll be extremely mad, but
Garbage.
I
Garbage.
extremely mad, but I understand her point of she has 10-month-old babies and a 4-year-old, and she wants to try and work it out before calling it quits. Plus, you just told me before
I know I changed my mind. I
one
know.
little mistake that the guy
I
did.
didn't know
It's
he was a
one
father of
little
three.
mistake.
That changed everything. That changed everything. You don't leave your kids sick at home and you go and have fun. Mm-mm.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
okay, whatever. Let's go to story number 4. People, you will let us know what you think. Okay?
Yeah, because this one make me
I think
upset.
all of them, we've been disagreeing a little bit, and we
Quite a
never.
lot today, actually.
Yeah, I know. And that's okay. We like this. Okay, story number 4.
Mm.
It's also coming, of course, from the subreddit, Am I the Asshole? And it says, Am I the asshole for saying I no longer trust my brother or his wife around my kid? Okay, so you will need some context here first. I am a single father to a 5-year-old son. His mother is not involved. She was incredibly manipulative and verbally and emotionally abusive. For a few reasons, the courts awarded me full custody of her kid. She was allowed visitation, but basically said I get full custody or nothing at all, and hasn't made an attempt to contact our son for 3.5 years. To be honest, I prefer it this way. She's a very toxic person who has repeatedly demonstrated an unwillingness to change, and she runs with some people I do not want my son around. If she comes back and demonstrates willingness to put effort to be better for her son, she can see him. But until then, I am very on board with her staying away. I have found being a single parent difficult, and at times I needed a lot of help and support. This help has often been provided by my older brother and sister-in-law. They have done things like taking me to appointments, care for my kiddo while I work, went back to school, help with bills, groceries when I was on my arse financially, paid for my kiddo to do activities I could not afford with his friends to keep him from being left out. They have honestly been an absolute lifeline for me, and I just want to establish off the bat that I am incredibly grateful for all they have done for me. During lockdown, my brother and sister-in-law have been watching kiddo while I work. They're both work from home and have absolutely refused to let me pay for them.
Oh,
I mean, great. Well, during this time, my son has been asking more and more questions about his mom, which I have done my best to answer in age appropriate ways. He's also been getting upset about her not being around more and more. It really sprang out of nowhere. So I was confused until a few days ago when he said Auntie Laura kept telling him things about mommy, and they were different things that I had told him. I asked what kind of things she had said, and I will spare you the details for the sake of character count, can clarify in comments, but it was incredibly inappropriate stuff. I am so angry about this. My kid is upset, and I am in a very awkward position. My sister-in-law went behind my back. I confronted her and my brother about it. They both got very defensive, saying I cannot expect her to badmouth her friend, and I am being unreasonable. I say that it's not unreasonable to want to protect my kid, and that they have demonstrated that I cannot trust them around him. I have stopped letting them watch him, and my neighbor is doing it instead. They're really upset with me. My brother called me an ungrateful arsehole.
oh.
Arsehole. That's weird. And my sister-in-law says she can't believe I'm being like this over one little thing after all they have done. Am I overreacting? So there is an edit that it says, realize I deleted a kind of important point of character count. My ex and sister-in-law were friends at secondary school and college. This is how my ex and I met. They are not as close as they used to be, but they are still casual friends.
Mm,
And he adds, oh yeah, he adds another edit. It says, people say I should include these from the comments on the post. So here it is. My ex made a lot of accusations about me that were probably false during the trial. Part of the reason she did not get custody. This includes accusing me of being a serial cheater. I was not, and could prove I was in other places and times when she said I was with other people. Accusing me of causing an injury she got in a car accident I was not even present for, and saying that I was the one who was emotionally abusive. She told him that the reason his mom and I fell out was because I felt like she was very unkind to me, and mommy felt like I had other girlfriends. Wow. Like that's what this girl told
the
the
judge.
kid, the child. She told him that the reason his mom and I fell out was because she was very unkind to me, and mommy felt like I had other girlfriends, hurt her, and was very the unkind one. She didn't say any of the accusations were true, but she didn't say they were not either. And obviously, a 5-year-old does not have the critical thinking skills to figure it out himself. Not so much that she lied herself, she just repeated my ex's lies. And she told the kid that basically they broke up because the mommy felt like the dad had other girlfriends, and that he was unkind with his mother without telling her this was a lie. Without telling the kid this was a lie.
You're reacting like, no, you're not.
That's serious, my guy.
Yeah,
It could be
this one is very black and white, okay? Not like the other one. I cannot see from both perspectives here that I cannot.
very-
It's very, it goes straight to one direction.
Yep.
Yeah. And so,
You
yep.
don't have to say anything. All you have to say is talk to your dad about it, honey. I
You
cannot
can.
tell you anything about this. This is between your dad and your mom. I don't know anything about it.
That's a
That,
story that is not for me to tell.
that is it.
That's simple.
You're not talking bad about anyone. You're not talking good about anyone. You're just letting it for the father to handle it.
That's a story that does not belongs to you to tell.
Nope.
And then you fell and told it anyways. Congratulations.
They
You
should
fell.
realize that and apologize before they're able to see the kid again. And even
Maybe.
then, I would be nervous that actually she's letting the kid see the mom. I don't know. Mom, no, because the kid would have said something probably.
I know, but at this point, it seems like they are a compulsive liar
They
and
might
like
not
to
say
frame
the mom,
people for what I
but
see.
it's a friend.
Hmm?
They might not say it's his mom. They might say it's a friend because a kid is what, 5, and he doesn't see his mom in 3 years and a half.
So he would not even recognize her, honestly. But still, it seems like these people have issues.
Yep.
Huge issues.
The brother is not even defending him. He's defending the crazy sister-in-law.
Yeah. So on this one, sorry, you're not reacting, but now your shoes to not your story to tell, neither your shoes to the shoes that you need to fill. That's not on you. Wash your hands, lady, and let it dry. I mean, let it roll.
Yeah. I mean, the first comment says just that. It says, now the asshole, your ex was so horrible that the courts didn't give her any custody. Hard to badmouth such a person. Sister-in-law plays her Sister-in-law placed her need to talk up her friend above the needs of the child that was clearly becoming more upset and anxious the more she talked. You're doing what it takes to protect your child, OP. Clearly, sister-in-law wants to protect someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And who is she trying to protect now, huh?
Yep. Uh-huh. And people were saying the exact same thing. They were like, with all that talk about the sister-in-law, who knows if she's letting the see the kid, you know?
Oh, who knows who she is? Anyhow.
I like people is a lot of people is saying you should add counseling to your kid, maybe help to process this, which that will help. And also family counseling if he wants to include the brother-in-law and sister-in-law.
Okay. I just became to a realization that I need to stop watching conspiracy videos. Anyhow, too many crazy idea comes to my head.
Oh my God.
I know.
I know. Sometimes I have to tune down crime because it makes me
A little paranoid.
too paranoid.
Yeah, I'm like,
So I have to tone it down and go back to crazy things.
yeah. Oh, by the way, I just noticed that I was using our account from our YouTube account, by mistake as my personal account.
You were watching all your anime things in our account, weren't you?
No, conspiracy videos again.
Oh my God.
So sorry, I log out and I log back I'm like, hold on, I don't have I didn't say these videos. Like, I don't watch this stuff. And then
So
I'm like,
guys, if you see that we got Chisme like a conspiracy videos, it's not us, it's sorry. It's just him.
hey,
I watch conspiracy video.
I don't hit like or follow, okay? So,
Okay.
I just watched the thing.
Careful, because the government's watching you.
If the government is providing me with information, I'm watching stuff like legit stuff, like from History Channel and stuff like that.
History Channel. I haven't
I
watched History Channel.
love History Channel. I love it. Even
Interesting.
though most likely the half of the story provided by there are lies, but it's entertaining.
Yeah, I will fall asleep. Oh my God, guys, if you haven't watched The Conjuring, go watch it. It's amazing. It's a really good movie.
Okay.
I loved it.
Okay.
It was a really good movie.
Yeah. Was scary for you?
Okay, I love scary movies, but I'm also a scary cat, so I watch them from like the middle of my finger. Like I don't watch like this. I always watch like this, so I can only see like in the middle of my fingers. Because otherwise I'm gonna get too scared. So this makes the impact a little bit less in my mind. Okay, might be dumb, but that's how I do it.
No, that's fine, but I'm like, it wasn't.
For me, okay, maybe for you, because Adam was laughing the whole time. I was dying and he was laughing the whole time. I was just like trying to watch it, but there was one moment. I will tell you after this because I don't want to spoil it to anyone who hasn't watched it. There was one moment where I was not prepared and I was just eating there with my popcorn, so happy, watched the movie, and then something happened. And I went back flying on my seat and went like, because of how scared I was. And then I spent the whole movie just like this. And I
I
was
didn't,
laughing so hard all the time.
I didn't find it was
Too
the,
scary.
yeah.
Oh no, you're crazy. Well, there's people that has different types. Like my cousin Priscilla. Oh my God. She laughs at movies all the time. I get scared and she laughs.
No,
But
it's
don't
not like
find like that.
it's just I compare it too much to the myth and what is surely could happen. So I'm just like, oh, that could happen. Like, okay, this is fiction. And I'm like, huh, I see that
It's not
happen.
fiction though. The Conjuring is not fiction.
I mean,
Hmm?
some scenes of the
Oh,
movie are
I
fiction.
guess. I don't know.
Yeah, especially, well, no, I tell you after.
Okay, let's clear it up.
Okay,
Sorry,
guys.
guys.
So,
We have wasted too
we
much
got
time.
distracted. So, anyhow, guys, so we have seen that. That's it, right? No, sorry. It's okay. We
Yeah.
have seen stories with trust issue today. As obviously, the first story get me quite confused, upset, and a little bit of everything. The first, the second, I mean, the second and the third. But we in any point in life we gonna find people like might have some do stuff to that in our perspective in our own knowledge it might not look like the right move or the right actions towards it. um I think these stories give us a little bit of learning lessons.
Hmm.
Yeah,
About what? I'm
if you don't
listening.
want to mess that up, don't do shit that you don't want to be done to you,
Okay.
and none of this crap will happen to you.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Measure your actions.
That would solve the whole issue of all this drama that we have been seeing here.
Hmm.
Don't do to others what you don't want it to be done to you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good message. We'll leave you with that to think about it. Let us know what you thought. Let us know if you agree or disagree with us. And I have a message for one of my dearest or or more, how do you say, lawyer followers,
Follower.
my queridísima Carla.
Oh, she did watch the other one. Okay, dale, dale.
Carla!
Que lo que
First,
Carlita.
congratulations, because she just got a new job. So congratulations. Woohoo! And second of all, you should come and join us in here.
I don't know
Please,
why, but
pretty please.
it will be interesting.
It will be very interesting. You will love our stories. Please, we'll make a special one for you. So please come join us. Just let me know if you can.
like a special one for you. Like, why did I change job?
What did
Type
you
of
job? A new
story.
job.
Hey, I follow a subreddit that is all about work.
There you go. So we can do that.
Most of them are toxic, and I can give you my input about toxic environments too.
Yep, we can do that. Yeah.
Uh,
So we can do our family things. Who knows? We can
a little bit
do
of
fun
everything.
things. We'll see.
Anyhow, let's
Okay. Bye,
see. It's far,
guys.
man. Bye. Into the next one. And guys, as usual, comment. Bye, bitches.
Bye.